This is kind of hard to admit and say. I am broke because I'm literally starting from $0 and 0 cents. You guys, it has been such a long time and I'm so excited to see y'all and to be back. My name is Deb and I am a minimalist who talks about mental health, money, and living simply, aka minimalism. This is my fresh start. I am coming on here to be completely transparent about something that I've had a lot of shame for over the past 2.5 years. And I'm releasing that today in attempts that my transparency will help someone else. This is kind of hard to admit and say. I am broke. For now. How did I get in this position? I think that I prematurely took the leap of faith that we see all over social media of creatives who quit their jobs and start their businesses. We hear of their success stories, how they built their business from 0 to $1 million in the first year, or you know, some crazy wild number. That just was not my story. I quit not one, not two, but several jobs in hopes to do this blogging thing full time. And what I learned is that self-care for me is being financially stable. Having some consistency every day really helps my mental health. I actually currently have a gig economy job. And if you don't know what gig economy jobs is, Google it, but it's essentially the new version of when people would go to LA to become an actor or an actress, and they would wait tables and wait for their big break by going through 1,000 auditions. But I was doing that same exact thing with the gig economy and doing apps like DoorDash and Lyft and Uber Eats and all that type of stuff. I've seen people make $1,800 a week doing both Lyft and Uber. But for me, that just wasn't the case. I just did not make that much money, if at all. You just have to be extremely disciplined to do that. And to be totally honest, I just wasn't. I had so much stuff going on in my personal life. Don't think I shared this on my channel, but I just recently lost my mother back in June of 2019, and that took a really big toll on me. I talked about it a tiny bit, and I haven't really talked about it much with family or friends or anything like that, but really has been challenging since other areas of my life are affected. And when I think back on it, it's because I'm grieving. And I have been grieving for years because my mom has had an illness for several years. So to go back a little bit and get back on track about money. So after I graduated college and got my bachelor's degree, I got a job at one of the largest companies in the entire world. You probably have an account with them. And at first I was so excited. It was so random. I feel I randomly applied for it on Indeed. Weeks later, a recruiter got in contact with me and I was in the door. And I moved back from Richland, Washington to Seattle, found an apartment in University District. I don't live there anymore, so that's why I'm sharing where I used to live. I lived in U District in a studio. I was paying $10.90 a month, I believe. Yeah, $10.90 a month, plus utilities and stuff like that. And life happened. You know, to be totally honest with you, I haven't known how to navigate corporate culture. One thing that I know about me is I don't really thrive in corporate cultures. There were plenty of times where I wasn't successful, but there were definitely moments of success. I know that it's just not the route I'm supposed to go in life, and I kept trying to force it and had so many different corporate tech jobs in Seattle, but it just wasn't clicking. I'm making more money, but I'm still miserable. And I really don't enjoy the people that I'm working with. I eventually just stopped saving. Don't stop saving your money, by the way. Thought, oh, I saved $4 grand, so I'm good, right? Wrong. you always want to save as much money as humanly possible because you never know. I stopped budgeting. Yeah, the girl who talks about money and living simply stopped budgeting and got into like impulse spending, which is, I feel like, such a hypocrite because I've talked about how to overcome this. I've talked about how to prepare a plan, packing snacks, eating before you go out, even like drinking if you have to before you go out, like saying no to happy hours, like all this stuff. I talked about it, I taught it, and life happened. But you know what? The good thing was it was a humbling experience, and I'm now able to fully relate to people who really tell me like, I can't do it. Like it's really challenging for me. And so now I just have even more ideas about how to stop impulse shopping, and I'm gonna be documenting my journey as well. But yeah, I was overspending, I wasn't budgeting, I was spending all my money on food. I got the clothing thing down. I wasn't really buying clothes, but the food was my coping mechanism. The food comforted me because I didn't have to think about my mom in that moment or my family in that moment. I didn't have to think about the situations that were happening around me. I didn't have to think about my past mistakes and failures. I just ate everything. I have gained a lot of weight. That's okay. Life shifts, evolve, you grow, and the beautiful thing about it is that I can always lose weight, but also I'm trying to just accept myself, because even when I thought I was at my heaviest, like I thought I was so fat, and then looking back, I'm like bigger now. And I think we all go through those moments, but I'm just trying to accept myself for who I am right now and just really love on myself. I wasn't just broke financially, I was actually just broke emotionally and spiritually. I just had a lot of traumatic events happen in 2018 and 2019 that really just like almost took me out. So crazy, because I was like motivating other people and like writing these captions and blog posts to encourage other people, but I was like really suffering. That really affected my finances, and it also ended up making me financially unstable. And so I'm so excited about this new job because that savability is going to be coming back. I'm just so grateful because I just wouldn't be in this position if God didn't have my back all the way through everything, and just being patient that like he's turning everything around. Not only did it affect my emotions and my finances, it also really affected my relationships. I was super depressed, like couldn't pay my rent. I was really dependent upon my family to help me out, which I had so much shame because I have always been an independent person, always. Problem within the last 2.5 years is I just felt so defeated by my circumstances, the jobs, the environments. That's the point anymore. Like, I'm just not getting better. Like, I was just so focused on like where I wasn't that I couldn't like stand back up again. Oh, I even went through a period where I was like couch hopping on a friend's couch, on a mentor's couch. Really like ruined relationships just because of like my mental health and just like the bullying and harassment that I had experienced at a lot of these jobs. I also felt like other people in my life were doing the same thing, and I'm so grateful because now I'm in the process of like finding a therapist out here in Phoenix. I hope this is like helping some of you guys. If you are in like a bad work situation, if you hate your job, I've had some of you guys DM me on Instagram and tell me like you hate your job and you want to take a leap of faith. I encourage you to be really intentional about doing that. Never say that people can't do it, because there are so many people who can. Financial stability for me is self-care. It is knowing that I can expect this on this day. And it does not mean I'm not going to pursue entrepreneurship at all. I'm definitely still going to be doing that with my YouTube channel and with my blog, but I'm going to be smarter about it. I have some old friends of mine who actually work for Dave Ramsey, and I am going to be accountable to them just on a personal level, but I'm also going to be accountable to and with you guys. So if you guys want to join me on this journey, I'm going to be documenting my finances, because I'm literally starting from $0 and 0 cents. And so I'm going to be using the every dollar app, and I'm gonna be using my Google spreadsheet as well. I do have some worksheets on my website. My website is currently down right now, but it will be back up soon, and I have some worksheets. So I am definitely gonna be using those. I'm just excited to be able to have fun again with YouTube and not feel this pressure like, oh, I gotta monetize, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. Like, I can have fun with it and just get back to a place where I can start making smarter decisions with my money, tell my money where to go, and not wonder where my money went, you know, like which fast food place did it go to, you know? I just wanna encourage you guys, if you are going through a tough season with your finances, if you feel like a failure because, you know, maybe you graduated and you haven't found a job yet, or maybe you didn't go to college and you're still struggling, or maybe you have all this debt and it feels like you're never gonna get out of it. We are going to get through this. Hope you guys join me on this journey towards financial freedom, towards getting my mental health right, and towards living more simply. Speaking of living simply, I'm in a new place. I shared on Instagram a really hard situation that I went through, and so many people supported me and reached out to me and prayed for me and sent me resources, and I'm so thankful because here I am. I'm just so grateful for you guys, and I just wanted to give you an honest and transparent update and just release any shame that I was feeling from my past so I can move forward and just start documenting things. I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up this video, comment down below. What are some of your goals for 2019? Have you been broke before? How did you get out of it? Or what are you currently doing? So, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.